50-year-old men making a song about the aroma of drugs is not too appealing, my nigga. Like, who are y'all trying to aim for? Kids, you spit the verse, you got fucking Khaled and Fat Joe as your backup dancers. You wearing a book bag that another man gave you. You spit the verse, you spit the verse. Fat Joe, he more happy about your verse than his. DJ Khaled jumping on the couch, he don't know what's going on.
Don't get messed up into the militia.
38 special, right? You got 24 hours to hit back, right? Tell me who Tyrone members is from the early 2000s, right? Tell me who Tyrone members is, right? He came back down on a reversal, right? And he died in jail, stomach cancer, right? I want to know who that is. I want you to tell me who that is. That's 38. 38 Spesh, whatever your name is. You got 24 hours.
Fat Joe, I spent 20 years as a man in prison. We deal with paperwork, homie. We don't do all that slander shit, right? So I got a question for you. Who is Scotty Spina, nigga? Who is Scotty Spina? What the fuck you did to Scotty Spina? Yeah, Terror Squad, what he did to Scotty Spina? Who is Scotty? Ask him who is Scotty Spina. You ain't got 24 hours to respond, nigga. You got 12 hours to respond.
Day I wake, I got new hate. These niggas ride dick so much, they got a due date. Rappers too fake, frontin', they have to move weight. You joined the gang at 30-something, that was too late. You think 38 give a fuck what a rap dude make? They had Wagyu on their plates, we had Q steaks. Niggas only care about views and how they shoes lace. You had a baby by a bum bitch, that's a fool's mate. Jim Jones shit.
I just told my young buck I'm gonna give him a deal if he bites you. You ain't got enough money to talk to in any type of way like that. I'ma spare you. You heard your joke to me, but my young boy ain't gonna spare you.
Okay, don't get confused, because I will walk you down. ASAP.
Yo, Jim.
She was madly in love with me, but I just could never really get into her like that because I was doing other things and she wasn't sucking.
You don't want to crash murder, you ain't in my class murder. If it wasn't for a penny, would I had you but your head?
550. Promise you these shots gon' burn, it's not whiskey. J. Reed taking them shots, you try to miss me. I do, got these niggas sicker than the swine flu. 38 ain't gon' respond, and so he wants you. Get that drastic, heard you was asthmatic. Shots gon' get in your belly like that bastard. Think you don't like when you singing and not rapping. We all know you not eating, it's not laughing. Ozempic, walk over your Montero. Here you fucking weirdo, swallow a whole hero. Got you in your bag, pop, tell them why you mad. I run around looking like the boss head mascot. Heard them niggas caught you for your chain, that was glamorous. Now when it comes to the city, I got it bad.
I want to say this, there ain't no division. I see it a lot going on. People like, yo, upstate versus city, like, bro, like, we all one place. So we don't need that. We don't need that. At the end of the day, everybody could coexist. We lit. Like, I'd rather New York actually be one thing. I lived here my whole life, and it was always division. You understand? It's like Queens and Brooklyn together, and they verse Harlem and the Bronx, Staten Island by itself, and then Long Island just get it where it fit in, and then Yonkers. It's like, bro, we at a point where it's like New York is really lit. You understand? The Knicks won the damn shit. You got like rap groups from upstate being lit. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody in the boroughs lit. You got Max B home, all sorts of shit. Jay-Z selling out concerts. Like, yeah, World Cup. Like, we too lit to be going against each other.
We did records. We went on tour. You know what I'm saying? But we split a fire for our own reasons. And part of that is I put out there that Spesh was a rap. You get what I'm saying? And I spoke to Spesh, you know, out there gonna say what they want, but long as me and him is together on what happened and where we going from there, the same energy I had on the interview to saying that the nigga was a rat, I'm saying I've never seen no paperwork. I'm gonna keep it 100. You ever seen them? Never seen paperwork. At the point I felt like I got it from some valuable. You get what I'm saying? Right. On top of I don't you, and I got that type of energy when I don't fuck you. So if you get what I'm saying, playing devil's advocate, a nigga saying it's about, I'm a magnifier. Okay, I got a voice. You get what I'm saying? Okay. They'll listen to me in that sense. I didn't care at that point of doing the research. Oh, you say he that? Yeah, he that. Fuck with him anyway. So you was being immature, you saying? I could definitely say that, and I was going against the cold, just out of anger and just like, fuck It's okay, no man. Okay. So, but the reality in 2026 is a lot been said about Spesh, but ain't no black and white been. Nobody's never been no black and
I'm
white.
big on black and white, bro.
Gotta go off of it.
Yeah, I'm big on that. The niggas is stuck anything. It's he say, she say.
So if it's not there, it really don't exist. You get what I'm saying? And you ultimately end up playing yourself. So as a man and a stand-up nigga with the same energy I had to say he wasn't right or he did that, I'm giving the same energy. I've never seen no black and white.
There we go.
And now
Work than me, you gotta search for me. Few entrees, but all of y'all deserve than me. Can't get a verse, you ain't even worth the fee. Worst nightmare, I bet it ain't worse than me. The last to know, but always be the first to see. Cause my niggas will put you in the earth for free. Promote your merch, put you on a shirt for free. Work the booth, before I used to work the keys. Switch the pills, then I had to work the trees. As far as the bars, niggas know I'm Hercules. Everybody get it, it ain't never hurt to squeeze. I like the rock fly jury and purchase weed. That's it. As soon as my pupils dilate, I annihilate. I ain't the type to wait around for you to violate. Nah, that's why the streets still love me. I medicate your mouth so you don't speak ill of me.
Hip hop has always been about battling, always been about whoever the top was that are coming up are gonna go at. I think the problem is we have our legends and we want to give them grace. So we don't like when people go at him. So I understand, you know, how dope Kiss is and about his fan base that feels like Spesh shouldn't have went at him. But that's not hip hop. Hip hop is whoever is the guy coming up, in order for him to get that top spot, he has to go at the top. And it's always been like that. Kiss ain't exempt. Kiss ain't exempt. All you got your panties in a bunch and you're mad because all you on social media who ain't never rapped, who ain't never did shit, who all you could do is comment and just get on here and talk. It don't matter what y'all think, all right? All right? Spesh just drops, and he honestly better get in the booth and answer that because he flamed a lot. Jim Jones, you better get in the booth. You better, because he flamed you, bro. Joe, you better get in the booth. Kiss, what up? Got to get in the booth and answer that because at the end of the day, he comes from that. Spesh comes from that street, from that battle era. And I don't think it's so much disrespectful for him to be going at the legends because everybody I met some type of legend in some way in hip hop. I respect that. I salute y'all. But y'all ain't exempt. Y'all ain't exempt. It just drops. And y'all better respond because if y'all don't, well then, you know what I'm saying, then that top spot it's not for you anymore. Because as long as you out here, you're gonna be taking shots. All right? The audience, fans, it don't matter what y'all say. It means nothing. Because at the end of the day, hip hop is about getting in that booth and responding. I'm who you are. Nobody's exempt.
Things got ugly in this 38 Spesh versus Kiss situation. At this point, it is not only two rappers trading shots. It is starting to look like the Bronx and Terror Squad against Rochester. We know 38 Spesh went straight at Fat Joe and Kiss after that Stove God collaboration, Aroma, and the pressure kept rising. Fat Joe felt like 38 Spesh was getting too comfortable playing with his name. But now the drama is going deeper because people connected to Terror Squad are bringing up paperwork and giving 38 Spesh 24 hours to respond. Then Rochester flipped the pressure around and gave Fat Joe only 12 hours. Now both sides are talking deadlines, documents, and receipts like this beef turned into a paperwork showdown. Let's break down how this got here. Welcome to Dripzine. Whether you are new or already locked in, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you never miss when I drop a video. And just like that, the pressure is spreading from New York City all the way up to Rochester. This whole mess really started with 38 Spesh and Kiss, but it did not stay between them for long. Once those shots started flying, the drama pulled in Jim Jones, DJ Khaled, and Fat Joe, turning one rap issue into a full-blown city versus city situation. Now it feels like everybody is picking a side, and instead of cooling down, both camps keep finding new ways to turn the heat up. Fat Joe clearly did not like what 38 Spesh said about him, and he made sure people knew it. Joe started talking about the militia and the landmines, making it sound like this was bigger than just music. That move showed how personal he was taking the disrespect, especially with his name getting dragged into a beef that began somewhere else. But 38 Spesh did not back off. He stepped onto the Summer Jam stage and still fired another shot at Fat Joe in front of the crowd. Then, after walking off, Spesh kept the energy going and taunted Joe's side like the warning meant nothing. That moment made it clear he was not looking to ease the tension. He was standing on every word and daring them to answer, with the whole rap scene watching every move closely. Some of the claims he is making are heavy. So rather than twist his words, I'm gonna let you hear exactly what he said. Pay close attention because this warning just changed the direction of the beef. Miami did not stop there. He followed up with another post writing, "Tell me who Tyrone Members is, 38 Spesh. Why did he get 65 years in the early 2000s? The whole Rochester, also known as The Rock, and people from that era know why Tyrone got 65 years, but I want 38 to tell us. Big Bronx energy. Muga Valley, get with me."
Make way for the bad guy. It is. We looking for the militia. Come on. Where the militia and the landmines at? Where you at, huh?
Now that is a heavy claim coming from somebody connected to Terror Squad. Miami is respected around that circle, has Fat Joe's stamp, and he sounded sure of himself while putting these questions out there. Still, none of this proves anything, so the real question is whether Miami has documents to back up what he is suggesting. And he was not yelling or acting reckless either. He delivered it calmly, almost like he already knew what was coming next. Pay attention. I'm not gonna lie, this situation is crossing a serious line. Respect to Tyrone Members because nobody should be disrespected while people argue over street stories. But Miami and the Terror Squad side are pressing 38 Spesh, questioning whether his image matches what they claim happened years ago. Those are allegations, not proven facts. So the paperwork has to speak louder than rumors. The question is simple. Can 38 Spesh keep talking about street history and moving bricks if somebody is accusing him of cooperating? That is why people are demanding documents instead of clips and loud talk. But then Rochester fired right back. A man described as close to 38 Spesh, possibly his manager or right-hand man, turned the pressure toward Fat Joe and said, "Fat Joe, you got 12 hours to tell us who's who." Now both sides are setting deadlines like this is a street court showdown. Miami gave Spesh 24 hours, Rochester gave Joe 12, and the internet is watching the move.
38 Special, right? You got 24 hours to hit back, right? Tell me who Tyrone Members is from the early 2000s, right? Tell me who Tyrone Members is, right? He came back down on a reversal, right? And he died in jail, stomach cancer, right? I want to know who that is. I want you to tell me who that is. There's 38. 38 Spesh, whatever your name is, you got 24 hours to let me know who that nigga is. Or I'm going to the next step. That man caught 65 years behind a wall. Let me know who that nigga is, man. You know what I'm saying? He caught 65 years in front of Rock, aka Rochester, right? Let me know who that dude is. He caught 65 years, man. It's not looking good, and he passed away. So let me know who that is, man. All right?
Everybody sounds ready to expose something, but until receipts appear, it is still claims, pressure, and chaos. Miami is speaking out, and the Terror Squad side is making its position loud and clear. Fat Joe has publicly stood beside these guys, and they are claiming they have paperwork connected to 38 Spesh, but now Spesh's own camp is firing back, saying they have paperwork tied to Fat Joe. So this is no longer only about diss records. The pressure is coming from both directions. Then 38 Spesh jumped online and posted fraud line rappers. That shit y'all doing behind the scenes ain't gonna work. Get used to me. The streets know who he is who. Stop being scared. Independence versus industry, I versus I. That message sounds like Spesh believes people are working behind the scenes to slow him down, while he frames the whole clash as independence against the industry.
Justin, well, whatever your name is, 38 Spesh, whatever your name is, right? You got 24 hours to let me know who Tyrone members is. You got 24 hours. He caught 65 years behind the wall. He's from the Rock, aka Rochester, right? You got 24 hours to respond. I did my homework. Let me know who Tyrone members is. He came back on a reversal and he passed away from stomach cancer behind the wall in the early 2000s. I need to know who that is. You got 24 hours to respond, B. You heard? BXTS, you know the vibe. Let me know who Tyrone members is. That's all I gotta say, B.
But once paperwork gets mentioned, reputations can take a hit. Still, claims are not proof, and both sides need real documents before anybody treats the talk like facts. So what do you think? Did Terror Squad handle this the right way? And is there actually verified paperwork connected to 38 Spesh out of Rochester? I need everybody from upstate Rochester, the Bronx, and the rest of New York to jump in the comments. Is there really paperwork connected to Fat Joe, or is this another round of pressure with no proof? I do not know what is true yet, but both sides are playing a dangerous game with their reputations. When artists build their image around street credibility, serious accusations can damage everything they worked for. That is why it may not be smart for either camp to keep dropping claims unless they are ready to show verified documents. One bad screenshot, missing page, or twisted story could make either side look reckless instead of real. Fat Joe already warned, hey, you might step into a landmine. You might step into the militia.
Hey, yo, Fat Joe. I spent 20 years as a man in prison. We deal with paperwork, homie. And we don't do all that slander shit, right? So I got a question for you. Who is Scotty Spina, nigga? Who is Scotty Spina? What the fuck you did to Scotty Spina? Yeah, Terror Squad, what he did to Scotty Spina? Who is Scotty? Ask him who is Scotty Spina. You ain't got 24 hours to respond, nigga. You got 12 hours to respond.
Then Miami, a respected Terror Squad affiliate from the Bronx, stepped forward and added more pressure. But from where I am standing, both camps still have questions to answer. Until the paperwork appears and the context is clear, nobody should treat internet accusations like confirmed facts. Let us get one thing straight. I do not create the news. I break down what is being said and let the audience judge the receipts. And here's the crazy part. Kiss has barely said anything while everybody around the situation is turning this into a full paperwork war. The original issue started with 38 Spesh taking shots at Kiss, but now the spotlight is shifted toward Fat Joe, Miami, Terror Squad, and the Rochester side. That silence might be calculated, because Kiss could be letting everybody else expose themselves before he decides whether this is even worth answering. That creates a whole new problem for 38 Spesh. If Kiss responds with music, the conversation could swing right back to bars, skill, and who really won the battle. But if Kiss stays quiet, Spesh may keep pressing the people around him instead, making the situation bigger than the original record ever was. Either way, all these paperwork claims are now overshadowing the actual music, and that may be the smartest move from Kiss right now. Sit back, watch both camps throw accusations, and avoid getting pulled into anything that cannot be proven. Because once private stories, old cases, and street reputations enter the conversation, one false claim can flip the entire narrative. Right now, silence might be speaking louder than another diss track, but there is another angle nobody is really talking about: the business behind this beef. 38 Spesh keeps framing the situation as independence versus the industry, and that message could connect with fans who believe major artists protect each other behind closed doors. From his point of view, he is standing alone, saying what he wants, and refusing to play by anybody else's rules. At the same time, that strategy comes with real risk. Fat Joe, Kiss have decades of relationships across radio, labels, promoters, and major events. Even without anybody directly blocking Spesh, constant public drama could make certain people nervous about booking shows, approving collaborations, or bringing him into bigger rooms. That does not mean there is a secret blacklist. It simply means business partners often avoid situations that look unpredictable. But Spesh may see that as the exact point. He has built his name outside the traditional system, so he does not need every industry cosign to keep moving. In fact, challenging established names could strengthen his image with listeners who respect independence and raw competition. The bigger question is whether this battle opens more doors through attention or quietly closes opportunities that fans never get to see. This whole Kiss versus 38 Spesh situation, pulling in Jim Jones and Fat Joe, has turned into a full paperwork war. Once both camps start questioning reputations, cases, and street history, things can get messy for everybody involved. One bad document could flip the story overnight. But remember, I do not make the news. I break it down. Get in the comments and tell me who has the stronger case and whether either side should release the paperwork or keep this battle in music. Subscribe to Dripzine, turn on your bell notifications, and stay locked in because these statements keep coming and this story is far from settled. Who is telling the truth and who is only playing tough for the internet? Salute.